I still don't get how him saying that having a split personality where you're evil and you're speaking the devil is considered normal.
Identity is an important thing to use to build up as one saying to them. If you make fun of that, it could actually cause children to go back to into their shell. So it's important to go along with them degree. Also, whether of this is accepted is determined by the broad mindedness of the parent.
Anarchy, I can't believe you aren't married. Dude, his fiance just died. That's the worst thing you can say to him. You sound like you've already raised a kid through middle school. So, I wonder if Rosa Boston also knew much about Maria's dual personality. Probably. She knew about it. Just between us, Rosa Boston hated it. She said it was unpleasant that Maria was becoming increasingly isolated from the rest of the class. So anytime Maria started talking about the occult or laughing like a witch, he would slap her. And it looks like Maria stopped talking that way in front of her. She don't want a beating. She already gets beaten enough. Maybe it was just a little game from a girl facing her growing period. That thing had happened back there. Just a girl trying to show she was different, independent by holding interest in witches and the occult. And then she wanted to be different from herself. Young as she was switching between her normal personality and the personality of her idol. So even though pretty much this witch is a creepy motherfucker who wants you to praise the devil. In the beginning, I had found that very disturbing, but after being lectured to by George Anarchy, it felt like this was a path that everyone walked down one time or another. But they didn't have a creepy split personality. I didn't. Hadn't told anyone, but when I was in kindergarten, I joined up with a little gang of kids trying to form an Earth Defense Force, saying we protect peace on Earth. My face turns red, I remember now. During what we called Battle Pride, we would chant, EDF, EDF. Oh, Battler. I bet he still had that hair. Like he was born with that hair. It was like usual, Maria was relaxing. Immersed in TV, oohing and laughing just like any girl her age. For on the inside, another personality, that of the idol witch that she respected and blindly accepted, was sleeping. But that wasn't anything extraordinary. It was perfectly natural for... No, it's not. It's not ordinary for a girl to have a split personality where she's creepy. George doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't have kids. His fiance's dead. I calmed down a little. I started to recover from that mysterious shock I had received in the kitchen. If I hadn't talked to Anarchy and Jessica, I might still be frightened by the idea that an invisible witch is standing right behind me. However... can I really accept that an explanation of what happened back there? No. They were messing with you. If that had just been Maria, I could have explained it as a fickle delusion of a growing girl. But Jinji-san and Kanon-kun and Kumasawa-bachan had also been there. None of them denied what Maria said. They have silently accepted that Beatrice exists. I was trying to feel a little uneasy. Evo Basan had claimed that no 19 person exists, saying that someone within the family's Messery quarrel had committed the crime. On the other hand, Natsushio Basan claimed that the culprit was hiding somewhere outside the mansion. That meant that she was denying that the crime had been committed by one of us and accepting that a 19 person exists. And the kids and Marian servants agreed to a 19 person exist. Well, I mean, couldn't it just be like... because maybe there's a loophole, like, there's a 19 person that we haven't met yet. And I'm not meaning Beatrice the way... I'm like a human being, maybe a human being... is like in hiding in the mansion, like a room no one knows of but the servant, and maybe the servants are helping with this culprit. Because I mean that could happen. I mean the servants know this place inside out, so it is a possibility. But according to them, this 19 person isn't human. Well, yeah, it's obviously human. That's just weird. And it's just around Halloween. It's the 14th as I'm recording this. I don't know when this will be uploaded. Probably, maybe next, because it's Columbus Day. Let's all give a warm welcome to Christopher Columbus, who killed 1 million Native Americans, raped monkeys, and caused AIDS for humans. Woo! According to this freshman girl at my high school, but she's kind of dumb. They said that when a invisible witch points something mysterious, suspicious. Was there a 19 person or not? And was the culprit a human or a witch? For some reason I couldn't just laugh it off. Even the most ridiculous story about the witch. Look at all that blood, though. Now here's the grandfather clock going tick, tick. Jessica. All I know about the story of the witch is that it was a story made by the adult to keep the kids too scared into the forest, but is it different here in the mansion? I have the same view as you, okay? I think it was just a stupid ghost story made by my parents so that kids would listen to them. But I can't deny that the atmosphere inside the mansion makes it feel a little hard to say it out loud.
My thinking pose. My grandfather proclaimed that Beatrice does exist. Because their tradition, the servant can't doubt that. Even Krauso G-san doesn't want to go into a fight with him, so when the servant, they go along with it. So, you could possibly say that inside the mansion, telling to Beatrice is a taboo, unlike the rest of us who come here every year. Is that right?
Jessica took a deep breath in admiration. It looked like Anarchy had guessed right. It's just like you say, no one really believes it on the inside, but on the outside, they accept that she exists. I wouldn't make, like, seriously, it feels like Beatrice is a religion. I feel like this is a symbolism for, like, religion. It's not. I don't know what Umineko's symbolizing so far. Maybe big boobed girls and lollies. Who knows? It's Ryukashi. But on the outside, oh wait, see, it's just like the same way people are about God. I'm about to say something like that. Even though you don't know God doesn't exist, they feel like it would be unconscious to actually said it out loud. Jessica's tits. How do you think the servant feel about it amongst themselves? Is that true since their employer said she exists, they go along with it? Well, I really don't know the detail, but between the servants, the story about Beatrice has been treated a little like a ghost story. Remember yesterday when Shannon was talking to us down by the beach? A story about one night when she was doing the rounds of the mansion, she saw something unsettling. She had said something like that, hadn't she? Back then, I just thought she was trying to be really nice to help improve Maria's mood. But it felt like she was serious when she said it. That's right, she definitely said it. She definitely said the same kind of thing that Jinji and the rest all anonymously declared back in the kitchen.
In addition, some servants have seen the willow, the wisp and glittering butterfly dancing around. Canon also saw something like that when he went patrolling one night. He was like, "Oh my god, look at all this." And recently the servants have been talking about strange footsteps inside the mansion near midnight. They had whispered together that Beatrice Sama from the porch or something make herself visible and walk through the mansion.
Don't mind me, guy. Just got a straw for this mansion. La-di-da.
It happened a long time ago, but I also have heard that these kind of footsteps while patrolling at night.
That right, she definitely said that. How did he remember that exact quote? Exactly the same thing I've been told just now.
But there's nothing to be afraid of, right?
Maybe your boob size. I mean, don't look at those puppies. Those things are gigantic and fake, but gigantically fake.
Beatrice Sam has another role in this mansion separate from the master. Therefore, don't be strangely afraid. If you respect her, she won't do anything bad.
However, it will be dreadful if you didn't respect her, right?
Yes. I heard that just before a while ago.
No, she said it.
But before I began working, someone spoke badly about Beatrice Sam fell down the stairs and quite have seen a large injury to their back. Because of that, there was a rumor between servants that Beatrice Sam's anger brought down upon these persons.
Sorry, so what's she talking about though? Talking about like how Beatrice is like a god.
Pray the Lord, please. But I don't want to do it no more.
If you don't respect her, anger will be brought down upon you and you will be injured. So, to the servants, Beatrice is innocent. It's just incredible as a story that if you pull pranks on Inari-san, you'll receive Kasune-sama's curse. The fuck is that? Let's get to the Grimoire. Okay. Inari is the Shinto god of fertility. Rice and fox is one of the most revered Shinto gods in Japan. This is made apparent by a sheer amount of shrine dedicated to her, along with the torii and many statues of Kasune, foxes. Kasune are white foxes that are her benevolent messengers. However, they can be malice and generate grave disasters. Of course, even though everyone accepts that curses and like that don't exist in the modern era, people are still afraid and still have little respect for them. You often see it when, in a residential area, someone is building a house. They call a Shinto priest for a ceremony to honor the god of that plot of land. You might think that was just a big waste of time and money, but it says that the workers don't do that. A big accident will occur, so they never neglect to do it. You also hear about now, if an Inari shrine is carelessly removed during a town replanting, there will be a curse by Kasune-sama. I think I might have read somewhere that while occupying forces were trying to expand an airport and had to remove an Inari-san that was in the way. All the workers were suddenly taken off by some mysterious fever. Damn, they all died. Even in modern scenes like Tokyo, it wasn't rare to see modern buildings packed all among an old Inari shrine, leaving the shrine itself untouched. And this wasn't limited to Japan. It's probably similar to how people baptize babies. Of course, by the Christian doctrine, if unbaptized souls have even the slightest amount of sin, they will still go to hell. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that as a Christian. I hate that. How, like, if you don't get baptized, you go to hell. According to that. I don't believe that. I don't want to talk about religion. Like I said before, I don't care what you do. I mean, you can enlighten me on what your religion does, but don't try and make me become a Buddhist or atheist, a Satanist. Satanist is a term, right? Putting water on a child's forehead doesn't do anything to make them cry. But by that's actually a really good point. But by doing just that, parents can prevent their children from going to hell. They will happily go through with that ceremony. That's true. Shut up, phone. In short, even as modern society of reason, we were still unable to throw away any trace of belief and fear. You could say it was possible to step into the supernatural. The TV show that I've never seen, but all the girls are fangirling about it, and this one guy. Maybe the only difference on this island was that Beatrice was the name that was respected here. So in other words, if anything happened that doesn't seem explainable in human terms, it's called the work of Beatrice. Oh sure guys, blame me because that guy fell. He was tripped by gravity. Jesus. I think Shannon-chan said that. Windows and doors and locked or tightly shut would be open next time I went to check them. I'm just gonna undo these windows. Now burglars will come in. Light that should have been turned off and then went on. Oh, wasn't me. And light that should have been off were turned on. Just turn this light on. Waste all your electric bills. And after all, Jessica was joking about sometime when she went to leave in the morning, she couldn't find her shoes. Now that's where it'd be just right. Oh my god, these shoes fit me. I'm gonna use these forever. I remember. What's with her face? She's trying to bite her lip. I remember it well. Normally you'd say some little imps took them, but Island's Beach. Oh sure, blame me because these shoes are fabulous. Jesus. Man, what a stupid. Oh, now I'm stupid. Nobody loves Beatrice.
The man's been staying for about 30 years by now, hasn't it? It's natural saying to get old to get their fair share of ghosts and occult stories, like 7 mysteries at a school.
So is that where we turn the chessboard over? Come on, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Huh? You guys don't even know to turn the chessboard over? In other words, on this island, there's a rule that Beatrice is blamed for anything that can be done by humans. Things that humans can't do. How many humans are there? There's 18. So the culprit, knowing that about this rule, wanted to make it appear that the crime was not the work of the work of the witch. If that were the case, we'd have to accept that a 19 person was possible. I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Joe, come on, Battler. I'd so kill those people.
What don't you like? Just assume that invisible 19 person existed, and that this person wanted to know that they existed. For me, I could do it with a more perfect timing.
What do you mean by perfect timing? Are you the murderer?
Well, after all, the culprit the crime took place midnight while it was still dark, right? Until midnight, people were talking together. Some people had the night shift, and some people had returned to their rooms and were sleeping. Everyone's alibi is really vague, and there's plenty of reasons to suspect that the crime was committed by one of us. Jordaniki, Evil Boston probably told you too, right? There's a good chance that one of us is the culprit.
Yes, I guess.
John, I'm there, bro. Doesn't work for you, homie. In other words, if 19 person really existed and wanted to show themselves, the first crime was a complete failure. No, in the first place, it was a mistake in the timing. If this 19th little person really wanted to show themselves, they'd make sure that the crime took place under a condition which proved that the remaining 12 were all innocent. Now, if there are no suspicious humans, they can't prove that they exist. So by killing in the middle of the night, when everyone's alibi was at the most ambiguous, Whether or not this 19th person exists was also at most ambiguous. Even so, they choose that time to commit the crime.
Well, I'm just crazy with my killing time, okay? My schedule is like around 12 kills, these many people. It's just not that organized. And I first want help.
By committing the crime, the zombie that 1 in 18 would be suspected. Even so, everyone denied that no one took the name of the witch and handed Maria the letter.
In other words, you're trying to say that one of the 19 is trying to make look like a 19 person about Beatrice exist? That's pretty crazy. I think that my mom theory that someone's hiding inside the mansion is a little more credible. But would you actually suspect that someone in this room is the culprit? Yeah. Someone's trying to force to accept that Beatrice exists. That's right, the letter last night is when all this started. I don't have any basis or proof, but with the chessboard upside down, this is my best guess. Battler, you should be an ex-attorney. Be like, do. Seriously? That's too crazy. Haven't you been reading too many weird detective novels?
It's a viewpoint that we cannot ignore. Whether a 19 person or not, the culprit definitely points.
Wait. Everyone in this room. So, couldn't the culprit just hear you guys say, be like,
Oh shit, they heard about this. Oh no.
Just now, listening to Battler's Coons talk, I remember something that's a little disturbing.
something disturbing? You like your face?
No, not my face, you dick. Yes, do you remember? Beatrice's letter. It said that Beatrice was going to collect interest, and by interest, it mentioned everything of the Ushimiya family.
Jessica and I fought back when Maria had let out on the previous night.
It said that. It definitely said that. That the collective interest would now take place, but the riddle of the gold could be solved. She wouldn't lose that right.
Grandfather was granted the gold, and Ushimiya house prosper. In other words, Beatrice was talking about the interest in all the gold that was created. In other words, that's pretty scary for a joke, Anarchy. You don't mean everything Ushimiya family. In other words, everything that grandfather gave birth to. In other words, everyone was grandfather's blood flowing through their veins.
If you read the letter that way, these murders are just Beatrice legitimately collecting interest. And that's the case, these crimes will continue. Because the collection of interest is only halfway completed.
Wait. Okay. Wait, no, the servants are a part of the Ushimiya family. They're not part of the blood, but technically they still work for them. They're technically under that, so technically they are involved with the Ushimiya family. George looked down, looking over the parlor. There was still many people who still had the name Ushimiya. And we know that since Goda-san and Shannon-chan had been killed, and even the servants didn't bear the name Ushimiya, who didn't bear the name Ushimiya would be spared.
Well, this is kind of fucked up, guys.
Are you saying that we're all gonna be killed? But that's weird, Jordan Nissan. In that case, why only 6 people? They should have killed a lot more. In the worst case, it should have been possible for them to assault everyone while they were still sleeping and kill them. Why didn't they all do that?
A special clause. It's all made to solve the realm of gold. The right to interest will be lost. The very last part of the letter is tied with this, right? It said to try and solve the riddle of grandfather's gold. Jesus!
Looks like we're finally getting close to understanding the culprit's message. In other words, the culprit is telling us to try and solve the riddle on that epic the grandfather had made. Furthermore, they're saying that if we just sit around, they'll keep collecting the interest. Well, that's not good. Otherwise, this was all based on several crazy guesses. But not everything that happens in this world fits together in a perfect line. Most of the events that we don't know about yet are only individual points, but feeding them a straight line I was beginning to understand. The closer the point is to the line, the easier it is intellectually to understand them. And the farther away from the line, the more fragmented everything becomes. Therefore, as far as the distance between the guesses were concerned, we should call this theory crazy. However, distance is narrow between the points. You should call the idea limited. With the idea being different from reasoning, was I just trying to force something that I knew about the case to fit my simple imagination? No, that's not it. When you're searching something in the hands in the dark, that searches imagination. Only imagination can find points that fit with each other. Reading is nothing more than tying those lines together. If you can't imagine, you can't reason. What I was doing might have been crazy, but also wasn't a mistake. Only the power of imagination could put a clue from the darkness, and the power of reasoning could tie these clues together. It was like the process of searching out an enemy's weak point and striking. It's alright if it's crazy. Find the weak point first. Then we can think about how to strike. Now is the time to find the point that we can tie together later.
Chocolate rain. Some say dry, but others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. Bat Wars parents are dead. Chocolate rain. Oh, in the part here, thank you guys for watching.